This is Senator John Azota Mbata, President General nnamdikanu worldwide. I am calling upon ndị Igbo niile, wherever you are in Nigeria, to quickly go and take advantage of the voter registration exercise that is going on right now. Go and get your card as quickly as possible. Secondly, I would like to call upon the federal government of Nigeria to quickly release Nnamdikanu. The government has no serious advantage in keeping him. It is important that the government ensures his safety and his welfare, and the government must allow him to go and get medical treatment as quickly as possible. The government must adopt a political solution to this situation. I do not believe that the government has any serious advantage in keeping him any further. Thank you very much.
Good day, sir. Viewers, if you are watching, click on the like button, drop your comment, and also share this program to others. Subscribe if you have not done so. Nnamdi Kanu allegedly reported that he was poisoned by federal government in Kenya. Is this true? This is a controversy going on among the youth and the elders in Igbo land. What do you have to say about it?
A very embarrassing moment for Nigerian government as the revelation continues to come from different quarters. The Igbo nation in diaspora and within Nigeria here has been reacting to the controversy over how Bola Ahmed Tinubu rejected his quest to visit a medical clinic in Abuja. Not only that, Nnamdi Kanu's test has been taken to different countries of the world, and it has been confirmed that he is suffering from illness that is very, very dangerous, and if care is not taken, it might escalate to something that both Nigeria and the world will regret the consequences of what is going to come out of there. He also recorded that his lawyers went to court to get court in order for them to allow him to have access, not to just have access to his health care, but unfortunately it was rejected by the government of APC under Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So what that tells is send a very wrong signal to what is happening in Mazi nnamdikanu right there in DSS. After the test has been taken to so many countries, and his own personal doctor actually confirmed that he is due for a medical checkup. Sometime last year or early this year, the issue of congestive cancer also came about, where it was reported that his leg are swollen up as a result of he lacks some certain distance. And most of these treatments are administered, that's the fear, by DSS doctors, which can never be trusted. Just imagine, what the kind of trauma Mazi nnamdikanu is going through in DSS custody under the Bola Ahmed Tinubu Buhari's administration. But it has become very clear that what was said when the likes of Buhari, Malami, and Femi Adesina, made it very clearly, that they wanted Mazi nnamdikanu to die. So what transpired in Kenya is coming out gradually, and it has been alleged and reported, verified, confirmed that he was actually poisoned. Poison. What I mean? Poisoned in Kenya. This kind of poison they will give to their enemy. Let me put it that way. It takes time. Gradually, you will not be able to know. And that is why they have continued to manipulate his trial, to adjourn for over 5 years now. Mazi nnamdikanu is hitting 1,000 550 days.
1,550
days in DSS custody for just no cause. Just because, I don't know how words has become violent in Nigeria.
But Mr. Chinedu, we've seen the ONAZ leader, Mbata, is saying he's warning the federal government. If this man dies in DSS custody, chaos will happen.
There's no doubt about that, because the whole region of this country, including the Middle Belt, the South leaders, the Igbo leaders of thought, have come out to even, I can tell you in honest truth, some powerful Yoruba leaders, personality has continued to throw their voice. I can remember, what late Pa Ayo Adebanjo said about Mazi nnamdikanu's release. But unfortunately, because it is run by a jihadist government, a government that's rejected, anything that has to do with, transparency, anything that has to do with, justice, anything has to do with compromise, anything that has to do with, genuinity and reality on ground. Mazi nnamdikanu is facing, a tyrannic, extremism by this APC government. Yes, Azon Tampata, the present day Ohanaeze leader from Ikwere River State, has made it very clearly. And of course, he sent a very strong signal. The Middle Belt leaders also sent a very strong signal that Mazi nnamdikanu must not die in DSS. It's not even the Igbo leaders that are talking. I'm talking about people who identified the reason why Mazi nnamdikanu has become a symbol of freedom. And Bola Ahmed Tinubu, a Southern president, has continued to show that, he's careless. Yes, about whatever happens to Mazi nnamdikanu, whether he dies there or not. All of a sudden, he started retrial. Now, Mazi nnamdikanu's case should be tried again, over and over again. I know you fully well that, there's no court of competent jurisdiction that can try Mazi nnamdikanu. Whatever they are doing at this time is, pure criminality and victimization.
Criminality and victimization.
Yeah, that is exactly what it is. So if you look at what the lawyers are saying now, they are taking this thing clearly, and for federal government to look at the issue critically. And now Mazi nnamdikanu have made it very clearly that he will not be allowed, he will not take it, that he will be discharged based on sympathy, that he will be allowed to face the trial, and that he has faced the trial to an extent that court has granted him freedom.
But this man, Mazi nnamdikanu, we've not seen him with a pistol, not with a cutlass, not with anything harmful. But we've seen this man, Ado Aleru, bandit leader, negotiating with the government in Katsina State.
That is a 1 million questions. A lot of them would need to ask themselves, how real are they? How conscious are they? Do they really understand Nigeria? Can they really come up boldly and say that this is what Mazi nnamdikanu has actually done? Mazi nnamdikanu has never handled gun. Mazi nnamdikanu is using word for resistance. I don't know how word has become violence, but this is a clear thought, of attack on the Igbo nation. Nnamdikanu has the right, not a privilege, for agitation, for self-determination, given the situation really on ground. You can see what is happening, but a lot of people are wondering why Bola Ahmed Tinubu want Mazi nnamdikanu dead.
Dead?
Yes. If he doesn't want Mazi nnamdikanu dead, what is Mazi nnamdikanu still doing there? And in his right down in his nose, he is saying, allowing, authorizing bandits, terrorists who have killed thousands of Nigerians to come into his cabal and dialogue and wine, and at the end they make peace, and a lot of things, funds we are being transferred to them. Mazi nnamdikanu is not asking federal government to foot his bill. Mazi nnamdikanu medical history have shown that he was actually, poisoned, injected in Kenya.
But some people are saying this is politics. Is that true?
It cannot be politics. It cannot be toying with the destiny of over 85 million Biafrans around the world. And you are saying it is politics. That is absolutely not correct. The consequences of nnamdikanu's death, Nigeria can never stand it, and they will never stand it. That is the truth. There has been massive solidarity for Mazi nnamdikanu's release. And people are wondering, why would Bola Ahmed Tinubu want Mazi nnamdikanu dead? And that is a 1 million times question. Yes, the middle belt, the Igbo communities in South and Southeast have taken a position. You don't know what it will look like at the end of the day. I can tell you that they are not happy with the way Bola Ahmed Tinubu singled out Mazi nnamdikanu among other people. He came into power. He released other people, who might have committed the same offense with Mazi nnamdikanu. But he had Mazi nnamdikanu. I don't know whether it's actually to please the North and to please the Buhari and those Arab world who are insisting that Mazi nnamdikanu is an obstacle to their plan and conquest agenda.
Viewers, if you are watching, click on the like button, drop your comment, and also share the program to others. Mr. Chinedu, in conclusion,
yes,
Sunday Igboho played along. Now he dropped the agitation of Oduduwa Nation. We've seen Fubara, he also played along. Now he has resumed to his office. Do you think nnamdi kanu should also play along and drop the agitation of Biafra?
That would be a tall dream to discuss, because both Sunday Igboho and Fubara are not in the same cadre with Mazi nnamdikanu. You can see how, unfortunately, that the Oduduwa agitation led by Sunday Igboho and Professor Banji Akintoye, just died down, telling you that they don't actually mean what they are doing, or they are just acting on the sentiment that their brother is the president. But if you look at, from the other angle, you understand very clearly, that Biafra has become, a religion, and Biafra has become, a spirit that nothing can stop it. It's not something you can surrender to any individual. Biafra lives in the spirit of over 85 million people, Biafrans around the world. Mazi nnamdikanu cannot surrender Biafra to anybody, because he does not have what it takes to surrender Biafra. Biafra is bigger than Mazi nnamdikanu. He's just the symbol and the face and the image of liberation and freedom of Biafra. That's what it means.
Viewers, if you are still watching, make sure you click on the like button, drop your comment, and also share this program. Have a nice day. God bless you.
Thank you.
The truth is finally out. Now that the Finnish government has declared the CDS of Nigeria, Musa, a terrorist now, what is the next phase of the lie? What lies can the government tell Nigerians? Now that Samonepa is no longer in the picture, because it has always been pictured that Samonepa is the cause of insurgency in Southeast, and now that insurgency has stopped in Southeast, and now that the Finnish government has vindicated Samonepa, that those sponsoring insecurity and terrorists in the country are those some persons in the military. Now, where would CDS Musa bury his shame? Because a group of people are saying we want to exit the country. Because the Igbos are saying they are tired of the contraption called One Nigeria. That is for Nigeria, it will not work. And then it has not been working. It has been a country full of lies, propaganda, and shame. That has always been how it is formed. So I am not surprised that the Finnish government has now come out to say CDS Musa is a terrorist for all the atrocities he has been, for all the atrocities he has committed, in disguise of pretending to keep one Nigeria. And that one Nigeria has caused a whole lot of catastrophe in the country. Just some days ago, a notorious bandit that was declared wanted was seen in Katsina State with top government officials going for peace talk. Between Mazi Samonepa and that terrorist, who is more deadly? Who is more deadly? But here we are today. Mazi nnamdikanu is still in detention. Kanu is still in detention because of the Igbophobia, of the hate. If Samonepa happens to be from the Fulani extraction, Samonepa would not be a terrorist. I can beat my chest because we've seen Fulani militias that have been given amnesty. We've seen Fulani militias that have been integrated into the society. Now that Finland have written to the ICC, Nigeria should immediately hand over CDS Musa for custody. Because the French government have done their own findings too. And they've seen that something is pushing under the ground. That this man has a connection with these Fulanis, has a connection with these bandits, has a connection with these terrorists. So if they are sincere, they should hand over CDS Musa to ICC for questioning. Because now that the French government has done their own conclusion, I've seen that CDS Musa himself is not innocent in this. Nigeria cannot pretend as if they are not aware that CDS Musa has been declared wanted by ICC and the Finnish government. No matter how they tend to die the matter, it is in the social media space. Everybody has seen it that CDS Musa has been declared wanted by ICC and the Finnish government. No matter how the Nigerian government want to die this matter, but they are very quick to declare Samonepa and IPOB a terrorist group. Now that the Finnish government and the ICC has declared CDS Musa a terrorist, why is the story not online? Why is the story not flying online? Because they themselves are also part of people championing insecurity and terrorism in the country. And that is why I say that anybody that speaks against the vision of the country, they will do everything possible to take that person off the hook. They will do everything possible for them to take that person off the hook. That is why I see that Mazi nnamdikanu has been in detention. And the Finnish government, they were so gullible to be used by the Nigerian government. They were just too gullible. Because if they were not gullible, why would a country like Nigeria come to tell you that Samonepa is the one sponsoring insecurity all the way from Finland, and you sit your ass down in Finland and you believe them? But there are some rumors that the envelope also changed hand. You know Nigerian story now. You know Nigerian government, that Nigerian government, anything that Nigerian government cannot do to bribe does not exist. I am very sure that the government have bribed the Finnish courts, and that is why I see that Samonepa was wrongfully accused and sentenced. Now that the appeal court is now coming out to reverse all your stuffs. It is now a very clear indication that Samonepa is innocent of all the charges leveled against him, because the Finnish government has come out to indict CDS Musa. saying that CDS Musa is the major financier of insecurity in Nigeria, and it should be tried by ICC, not just local courts. It should be tried by ICC. Enough of all these presents. We know that this one Nigeria, it can never work. No matter how we tend to rub our heads, no matter how we tend to try to patch things up, that one Nigeria cannot work. And that has always been the current state of Mazi, Kanu, that one Nigeria would not take us anywhere and that it will not work. Today, the truth is not coming out. The truth is not coming out. Now, the list of people, ICC will publish names of people sponsoring banditry and sponsoring insecurity in Nigeria. Their names will be published. And when that is published, let's see how CDS Musa would escape it. Let's see how CDS Musa would escape the wrath. They have used kangaroo judgments to sentence Simon Ekpa. But today, the truth is not coming out. The truth is not out. That everybody knows the reason why insecurity is still thriving in Nigeria. And it's just because of one person that claims he is protecting the masses, rather underground, supporting the fight for terrorism. But the question is, how long can we continue to be deceived? How long can we continue to be deceived by the Fulanis? Don't forget that the CDS is a Fulani man. How long can we continue to be deceived by a Fulani man in our own country? And tomorrow you say that Biafra will not exist. Biafra will exist. No matter how we tend to hold it, Biafra would exit the country. No matter how we tend to keep it, Biafra would exit this country. And I am sure that Mazi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpa will come out strong. No matter how they tend to do all this rubbish, they will come out strong. If today is the first time of coming across this channel, please kindly like this video, share it, comment for more political discourse. Thank you.